be the willingness to do things that you don't want to do, but you know it's going to help you get to where you're trying to go. You know what it takes to have influence? Huh? Two things. Success in what you're doing and money. I wake up at 3 o'clock every day. I get an extra 4 hours on everybody every day. I get an extra 20 hours a week on everybody every day. Every week I get an extra half a week. Every 2 weeks I get an extra week. Every year I get an extra half a year. In 6 years I get an extra 4 years. Huh? So I did 10 years worth of work while you sleep. Huh? While you sleep, I eat. Know your craft. Know your worth. You can't look. You can't partner up with everybody. Huh? I said, Dave and them got something good. I've been watching them for a long time. I said, man, I'm gonna go mess with Dave. I'm gonna go mess with Max. Huh? You can't partner with everybody. Know your worth and know your flock. And if you can't give them the servos, huh? Then somebody like me will. That's my time.
I'm gonna get you to the start line of the practicality. We can talk about the vision. We can talk about what you see. And we can understand that some of you all in different places right now where you're going through some different things, and that's okay. And I can remind you that where you are is not who you are. Where you are is just an appointment you made in the past to meet your current self. But I'm not gonna spend time on vision. What I want to do is get you to the start line. You gloss over it like, oh, okay, you know you why. Okay, all right now, but I already know this. Because you only know something to the degree you practice it and get results. Just because you understand it doesn't mean you know it. Action is the true measure of knowledge. Mm-hmm. So are you really clear on your motive? It's called the pleasure principle. Mm-hmm. You're hardwired to do the least amount of work to get the most amount of results. And that's okay in a primitive environment where you might have to, at any moment, like you got to go to survive. But in this day and age, in this world, like, are we feeling like survive? Like you can't not survive in the 21st century in the United States. Like, it's very hard to. We got too many programs. Like, even if you're on the side of the street with the road, they survive. You don't have to work real hard to survive. So in a primitive state, that serves you. But that doesn't serve you in an artificial state. Let me share with you how arrogant I was. Let me show you how arrogant I was. I thought I was just so nice that the principles really didn't matter. It sounds crazy when I say it that way, but that's what my actions were doing. Because when I saw Lynch's video, he talked about top of the morning, it's 10 o'clock, dog, it's the bottom of the morning. I've been up since 3. It wasn't the first time I heard that. This ain't the first time y'all hearing that. Y'all follow ET, y'all know the speakers, y'all hear the people, successful people wake up early. You done heard that, but you still sleeping in the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was so arrogant, even though I knew all that, I was like, yo, I still could win anyway. Like, on the level that I thought I thought I was gonna be able to compete with a Lynch, waking up at 10. Like, I'm nice. I'm so nice. If I sleep in, I'll make it up. Ooh, so now y'all get what I'm saying, right? Right? I was so confident in my long-term success. I'm so confident that, in the end, I win. So if I'm not winning, it's not the end. In the end, everything's gonna be okay. So if everything's not okay, it ain't the end. I was so confident in the long term that what I was doing right now, I was like, I'm gonna win anyway. Like, I know I'm gonna win in the speaking game. So even if I really I was supposed to do this week and get my speaker sheet and my EPK, I don't, if I don't, okay, some stuff came up, I kind of got busy, you know what I'm saying, power was on, right? But I'm nice, I'm gonna win in the end. Like, I'm so nice. I'm that nice, I'm gonna win anyway. I was that arrogant until I updated my motive and got crystal clear on every single thing that I desired for me and my family. I had to dust off the picture that I had up years ago that was on my desk. It was a picture of me and my wife. It was a picture of my wife and my daughter, my oldest daughter, before I had the rest of them. And it said, being unproductive robs my family of financial security. I'm not a thief. Mm. And so when I crystallized and I clarified my motive, here's your job, to think and make decisions. Right? Your job as a business owner is to think and make decisions. Everything else you outsource or delegate. You automate, outsource, or delegate. But look, in the decision, you gotta make less decisions. James, that sounds contradictory. You just said your job as a business owner is to think and make decisions, but you only have so much decision-making capability throughout the day. Average will is average skill, phenomenal will. You ain't gotta beat the PhD, you just gotta get there before them. I'm there before you because I'm up at 4 learning French, right? So I'm listening to French on the way to the gym. I'm at the gym, I'm listening to French on the way back to the gym, and then I'm setting my day up, and then I go out there and I master the routine, right? So that's what I need you all to do. I need you to clarify your motive. I need you to make a decision, conclude on it, and make decisions on things so you don't have to be visited, so your bandwidth is opened up to the decisions that really matter, and then master the routine. Get a routine, then master the routine. Get a routine, then master the routine. I'm coming for 3 a.m. I'm gonna master this 4 a.m. right now, and then I'm coming for 3 a.m. Then I'm coming to 3:30, then I'm coming at 3, right? But I'm gonna master this 4 right now. I need you to master the routine. So you do that, you'll be at the starting line. You just set the starting line, and then you'll be able to implement what these gentlemen are going to give to you.
Did you get good at real estate and then say, hey, you know what, I need to start documenting this stuff?
No, so I think that's what makes most people make the mistake, is that they feel like they need to be the expert to be able to tell or document. And the reality is why people were able to connect with me, why she said she was watching my videos when I walked in, is because I showed my progress, right? I'm unrelatable at this point. When I start flying private, pulling up in Lamborghinis, most people won't watch me. Somebody else is gonna come along and be the beginner. Right, so you got to document your process. Most of us here are just.
Oh, hold on. Explain that. That's good. That's
so
good.
I understand I will not be for everybody very soon. Right? There's a reason. I don't put my Lamborghini online for a reason. Right? I don't do that type of stuff because I will become unrelatable to the people that are coming up. Right? Eventually, I don't know if you've seen Grant Cardone. If you're beginning in real estate, you don't watch Grant Cardone. He can't. He's in a $450 million jet. You can't relate to him. You get what I'm saying? So eventually, as I progress, somebody else will come along and be the old Max Maxwell. So when you understand that you have a life expectancy, you move, and then my upper echelon of people next. Now I won't be in a room full of beginners. I'll be in a room full of hedge funds. It's progression.
So where did you start to think like this in terms of build the brand first?
Well, you know how you said everybody's a seed, so I had to go through a dark period. You know, just less than 3 years ago, I was living at my mom's house at 30 years old. I had to move back in. I just had to move back home and live in my old room from high school. And that made me realize I was at the bottom. You know, so that in that bottom is where I created, where that seed was born.
How do you win so big but stay relatable? Because, I mean, as you progress, it's like the information that you give, the information that you have is so high level. How do you continue to dumb it down to regular people?
I always approach things very simply. I'm dyslexic. I had a 1.9 GPA. I didn't go to college. You know, I read my first book at 30 years old, right? So I'm not a complex individual. I think because I'm not a complex individual, I look at things at a very 4th grade, I look at it like that, and I'm able to re-engineer it into something that is different.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Important for brand building is first that consistency with anything.
Is that the secret sauce, the consistency?
I tell people that all the time. They be like, yo, what's your best marketing? What's your best marketing? It's consistency, man. Like you hopping from this, because they said this worked, like Facebook ads. You say Facebook ads work. You go try, you go 500, don't get no results. Man, it was lying. Then you go do this, and you go do that, and you go do that. Well, you gotta go consistent. Maybe start $10 a day on Facebook and take it the whole year, and then see the results.
Wow. When people buy from you, are they supporting a cause? It's an interesting question, right? Like if you said a percentage of all sales of this product go to whatever your foundation is, some people will buy it simply because it's going to the foundation. So take this note, give your customers more than one reason to buy. Pick a song, learn the song, perfect the song. Don't stop singing that song. What does that mean? Pick a song. We need to have a message. What is your song going to be? My song is entrepreneurship. Pick a song. I got one song. The problem is, we haven't picked a song. We keep singing something. Every time I talk to you, you sing a different song. I'm just asking you to pick one song. Does that make sense? But then you gotta learn the lyrics. So I'm digging into entrepreneurship. I need to understand the language of entrepreneurship. I need to learn these lyrics. I need to learn how to effectively teach it. I need to know what I'm talking about. I study entrepreneurship. I study entrepreneurs. Wayne Gretzky said this, Johnny. It was so dope. I was watching this video on the plane, and he said, there was an interview on Wayne, and he said, Wayne Gretzky, you have brothers, don't you? He said, yeah, I got brothers. He said, your dad trained all of you, right? He said, absolutely. He said, well, what was the difference? Why didn't any of your other brothers become like this amazing hockey player? Because they did everything you did. He said, you're right. He said, my brothers did everything I did, just not as much. I'm trying to learn the song. I'm trying to learn every aspect of entrepreneurship. I'm trying to learn why people win, but also why people fail. I interview homeless people. I do. If you come up to me and you ask me for some money, you got the change. I said, no problem, I'll give it to you. But we gotta have a conversation. I need to know how you got here. I'm trying to learn all the lyrics of entrepreneurship. So if you're a videographer, you need to learn all those lyrics. Trucking, you need to learn as much as you can. But don't switch the song. And the reason we don't learn as much as we can about our industry is because our song keeps changing. Perfect the song. I need you to be the best at it. Whatever your industry is, focusing on it. Be the best at it. You have to perfect the song. And the problem is we feel like we get so good. And we good, and we just stop perfecting, we stop practicing, we stop understanding the game, stop understanding the industry. If we have a conversation long enough, you're gonna hear this word entrepreneurship come out of my mouth, I promise you. If you talk to me long enough, we're gonna have this same, you're gonna hear this song. I'm never gonna stop singing it. Make sense?
So how many of y'all golf? A couple people golf. So in golf, how many of y'all know what golf is? All right, cool. So in golf, the first thing you do, I've golfed twice, 2.5 times. I like to say because I did top golf a couple times. So it's like when you hit the ball off of the tee, the goal is to get the ball as close to the hole as possible, right? Regardless if we golf or not, that's essentially what it is. Then the goal from there is to get the ball to the hole. So in your marketing is like hitting it off of the tee. Does that make sense? And the goal of your marketing is to get the ball, which is your prospect, as close to the hole, the sale, as possible. So now when you get on the phone with them, you just put it in. So if you're on the phone and you're still trying to hard sell them, or you gotta sell them at all, something is broken in the marketing process. Write this down. There's more money in what you know than what you do. There's more money in what you know than what you do. And I'm glad Max came up here and he just kind of gave a real life example. It's like, there's more money in what he knows about real estate than him actually doing real estate. He just gave you the numbers. He's like, he does $5 million a year just on what he knows about real estate and the brand he's built than actual doing deals. There's two types of advertising. You have brand awareness advertising, and then you have direct response advertising. So brand awareness advertising is like what you see Coca-Cola do. They just want to show you their logo, right? See your logo and all these other big corporations. It's all about this logo, brand awareness, logo. Direct response is when you see an ad and you can track that back to, you can track this particular customer all the way back to a specific ad. So most small business owners are trying to do brand awareness advertising, posting their links everywhere, putting out flyers, going to get a billboard. It's crazy because you can't track it, and if you can't track it, you can't optimize it to scale it. So now you're just spending money. If you do direct response advertising, you build brand as a result of it. So like if you see one of my ads, it's going to have you do something specific. Click here, go here, do something, because now we can track the whole process. Does that make sense?